Yes, we're welcome back to AFTV. You join us for the preview of Arsenal versus Real Betis at the Aviva Stadium in
Ireland.
Oh, I just tested.
I've been there before.
Dublin, Republic of Ireland.
Yeah, I've actually been there before.
We've been there
Nice
before.
stadium.
We watched Chelsea there, didn't we?
Arsenal played
For
Chelsea there. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
So I've got a few tests coming in this preview. Obviously, I won't be doing no intro poems until we get to the season starting.
Thank God. In fact, let's just kick that out anyway.
Kick-off's at 7:30. It's 9:30 here over in Kenya. As you can see, we're still in Kenya. We're currently sitting in CJ's, a lovely, lovely establishment. Big up CJ's every time. And of course, a big up to 82 Sports for sponsoring this preview, but also helping us here, getting us here to Kenya. They do so much when it comes to grassroots football and putting a big spotlight on grassroots football. They've got a Grow the Game campaign, and that's what they've been doing, growing the game over here in Kenya. And obviously the passion of football, from the people in Kenya is very, very clear from people that are also involved in the 82 Sports. We went and watched a cup final.
Yeah,
when we watched the cup final, we gave out the trophy, we gave out the medals and that, and and I'll tell you what, right? I still want to know the name of the kid who was playing on the right wing.
Yeah.
I mean, the pitch weren't the greatest, right? But that kid who was playing on the right wing
for the green team.
For the team
wicked.
that won, was very, very talented. And big up to 82 Sport. That was a really, really great event, and they're doing great events right across Kenya. So big up to them.
Yeah.
But yeah, looking forward to our next friendly. Will Bruno G be there? Bruno Guimaraes?
Well, from what I've heard, everything's kind of done.
Hey, no, you know what? There's another bit of breaking news, right? There's even people.
Oh, that's true.
A bit of breaking news.
Transfer
right?
news as well.
Breaking transfer news. That's bigger than Bruno Guimaraes, bigger than Vinny Jr. And it concerns Lee Judges. Tell us what.
Yeah, well, I think it's big because, obviously in Vets football, this is a big signing, so I can confirm that Waltham Abbey Vets have signed today
Tony Adams?
former Arsenal midfielder Henry Lansbury, which is a massive sign. He's 35 years of age. He's turned down big money to sign for us, and I believe one of the biggest influences to make that signing was he'd be playing alongside me.
Whoa.
Because that's what I was going to ask. Where does this leave you?
Yeah.
Well,
if Henry Lansbury is coming in,
surely
ex-Arsenal, ex-professional footballer, you're gone, mate.
Yeah, from what I heard from Fabrizio Romano, you're exploring your options.
Well, as Gabby Martinelli would be thinking, let's bring the competition on,
you are? Okay.
At the end of the day,
he's
to be honest, he's at the twilight of the veterans. 35 is the youngest you can be, so. And I'm at the other end of the scale, So the chances are that my game time will be limited, but...
will you give up your number for him, or is he going to...
What number do you wear?
What number do you...
I don't really... if he wants to take my number... If he wants to take my number... I think there could be a fight,
Well, Henry Lansbury there, but listen, we're on a serious note. We're looking forward to the game.
What do you mean on a serious note?
That was cheeky.
Look, you just might have to settle into your Jordan Henderson role.
Yeah, you're Jordan Henderson.
That's going to be you.
He's going to be in the change
leadership
rooms.
skills. We saw his.
Listen, I wouldn't allow myself to go to Chelsea.
Pre-season talk. We saw your pre-game talk to the players. That's what your role is now.
Listen, I still earn my place in the squad.
Okay, good.
And it's not about the starting 11. It's a squad game these days, isn't it? If everybody felt like that.
Finishes.
Miles Lewis-Skelly wouldn't be too happy with Bruno coming in, but I'm pretty sure he is.
You ain't no Miles Lewis-Skelly, mate. Let's just give it a break. But
Let's
talk about apart from Henry Lansbury, big him up, but let's talk about the proper football now. So, right, of course, Arsenal taking on Real Betis.
Yeah, who ex-Arsenal player in the squad?
Hector Bellerin.
Oh, he's quick in there. Hector Bellerin, obviously, he's still at Betis. He'll be, obviously, I'm assuming he'll be playing as well. They've had some pre-season games already. They lost only one at their last 5, Real Betis. So they've had quite a few games. Like Girona, I think they've been quite deep into their pre-season. So it'll be a bit more of a test, I think, than Girona. Of course, they have, I think, more. But
there's another player who plays for them.
What?
Do you know which player we're talking about? Real Betis. Brazilian.
Yeah.
Brazilian.
Glad you've not done your research.
I
Do
was,
you want me to say who it is?
Huh? No, don't tell him. I'm trying to test their research. We'll give him 10 seconds to get it right.
Oh, right, no, because I
talking
got it
about
right
just
today. This is because I got it right today and he didn't, like, you know what I mean, on the quiz.
yeah, he did get it right today.
What, ex-Arsenal or?
Yeah, ex-Arsenal.
No?
I thought it was ex-Arsenal.
No.
Come on,
Ex-Premier League player.
Oh,
Bloody hell. Why are you
Brazilian.
still thinking?
Can you give him the answer?
It's Anthony
Anthony.
from Man United.
yeah, he's not in my, he's not, I haven't
the
not scored
fidget
that.
spinner.
Has he played for him as well?
Plays
has
for
he?
them. Remember he went there.
To be fair, he did score against us when he went to Man United in his
Isco is
debut.
retired now, though, right?
Yeah, and actually, Anthony's actually been quite good for
Yeah,
them.
he's
You know what I mean?
actually
He's
good for
found
them.
his home. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
Found his level. Sorry,
Yeah.
sorry,
That's a bit
shouldn't-
harsh.
Yeah,
really.
sorry, I know, but when he came to Man United, he
I
scored
thought
against-
he'd gone up a level.
That frustrated me. But of course, Real Betis, like I said, they've been into their preseason. We've actually got a perfect record so far. We scored 3 goals in three. We beat
Like-
MK Dons. We beat Girona.
AFTV FC would beat MK Dons.
Seven goals so far.
In
then,
fact,
like,
Lee's veteran team would do that as well.
Okay, well, it's a good start to preseason. I
But
think
yeah, it is.
some people don't. Some people look at preseason as. Some people don't take it serious. They say forget about it. It means nothing. I would like to look at it and say
It's a
you
good
get a good
indicator.
idea. Yeah, and I think the Girona game showed us a bit more. I think Real Betis will be another test, and I think you'll see a little bit more. I don't feel as excited though as I don't know why the Girona one gave me because of the thing. It's the first sight of like Solis. It's the first sight of a few players you haven't seen in a while. This one I haven't really got the buzz for, even though those players really shine. Solis, Max Dowman, Ethan played as well, played right as well. There's a lot of players in there that I've been wanting to see, but I don't know, what's everyone's feeling?
yeah, I think what it is, because we're so excited about potential signings.
Yeah, that's true.
Right? That sort of like got us sidetracked. But really and truly, like these friendlies are really, really important. You know what I mean? It's not so much the actual result, which by the way is really good to try and win as many as these as possible and go into the season winning.
Yeah.
But what it is about is fine-tuning these players, right? And what I liked about that last game is that players look sharp. Havertz, who was out for a lot of last season, the way he took that first goal, he looked sharp throughout the game. I know he played really, the first half, but he looked sharp. I like the look of Christos Solis. He looked really good. And then some of the youngsters, like you said, Max Dowmans and people like that, Miles Lewis-Skelly, and even some of the other youngsters really stood out. So it's about sharpening up everything, before we get into the new season. It's a World Cup year where these players are being absolutely rinsed. And do you know what might be interesting with this one is we should get to see Gabriel Martinelli, Gabriel Magalhaes. You might get to see those Brazilian guys who didn't figure in the last game.
So
they were there, but they didn't figure.
Maybe, we're not going to see Bruno, but it would be nice. Arsenal, I know you might not be, you probably won't be watching, but if you could just announce Bruno tomorrow or on the match day, that'd be great.
Things
That
still
is
need
confirmed.
to be finalised.
Yeah, but that'd be amazing.
Yeah.
But if we're going to see Bruno, it'll probably be against Borussia Dortmund. But
Yeah.
Which would also be amazing.
I still think pre-season's always a good indicator of where you're at. Do you know what I mean? I think you can tell a lot from a pre-season. I think if you look at our last couple of pre-seasons, most notably that 2022-23 one,
Chelsea
where we
game
played
was
Chelsea, we played Barcelona or something like that. Like we went and smoked those teams in pre-season. I remember watching that, like, I have a good feeling about it. And we actually went on to challenge for the league for the
Unreal
first time.
season.
So I think it's good to see, and also you get to see like players get to feel out their relationships with each other and see, start a partnership. And as well, Mikel Arteta's already getting data of who's potentially going to start the season. Because I remember last season, in pre-season, I think Miles Lewis-Skelly and Martinelli didn't really have the greatest start to pre-season. They didn't start the season. So it's good to see where everyone's at. But yeah, I'm excited to see the players out, to be honest.
Yeah, and it's important, Lee, right, for a player like Victor Gyökeres. He didn't have a full pre-season last year. It took a little while to get going. How important is it for a player like him? Yeah,
that's a great point. I think that, pre-season will help him. I think that if you come in halfway for a pre-season, if you've ever done that as a footballer, it's always tough, So I think that with it, that's a great. I think he'll do well, and I think I'm pretty sure in this game again, he'll start this game, probably get a little bit more than what he did in the last game. As you say, I think be interesting to see if they do that 25-minute thing again with Martinelli and Gabriel playing for 25 minutes and go. I think it'll be a lot mix and match on Wednesday, and then I think you'll see the team sort of taking shape when we get back to the Emirates on Sunday, So, but I think that's a great point with Gyökeres. I think that I want to see him looking sharp going into the season. I think that Kenya makes a great point. I don't think Lewis Skilly was quite at it on the pre-season last and it affected him going in. I think he's learned his lesson. He looks sharp. He looks like a little bit leaner. So it'd be interesting to see how he does in midfield as well. And I think that, you know, whether Bruno is on the bus, should I say, on Wednesday or not, I think, you know, these players in midfield now are going to be saying, right, I've still got to make my mark, you know, and it'd be interesting to see who will be. Obviously, there's no Declan Rice in there. It'd be interesting who will be partnering. I know Kai Havertz done it the other day, like, and looked sharp. So, it'd be interesting to see what sort of formation that they play.
Do you know what? I was really just thinking about last pre-season and what we took from it compared to like this. I know it's early days in this pre-season, but last pre-season it felt we were actually quite defensively focused on, like, I remember seeing the corner routine. I remember seeing a new one. I remember being in the Kai Tak Stadium and seeing this new corner routine that they're working on. Corners were a big part of last season. Defensively was quite. It was a focus last pre-season. It really was, because there wasn't high scoring games. We obviously lost to Tottenham, but the AC Milan game I don't think it was too high scoring.
Newcastle was a high scoring game.
It was, but it weren't too crazy. So far, this has been, obviously, we didn't see the behind closed door game against MK, so that's 3-0, 4 goals in the last one. Maybe the emphasis, it might be looking at more attack. It's still early to say, but there's goals, a lot of goals going in from Arsenal, which might be something that we see, hopefully. I want to see more goals this season.
I think, you know, like, we look at the Premier League every single season adapting to something different. It's always evolving. So last season we saw a lot of teams actually took maybe a bit more of a defensive model to approach in the league, because they knew already, essentially, you're going to come up against, you know, some of the best attackers in the world. If you do get maybe a low block in or whatever, it makes it more compact. You're more likely to get a draw or a win. We saw it so many times last season with so many big, you know, statement wins against big teams, for example. But I do think we've seen it already. We've seen really sexy attacking football. We've seen very possession-based football. So I think for us, we've got over the line now. Let's try and evolve into what actual Arsenal identity is, which is free flow.
Do you want to see that 22-23 season? Because we beat Chelsea 4-0, we beat Barcelona, I think 4-2, and
I've said already,
5-3,
right?
sorry.
I've said already, I'm not a person that cares about playing stuff. I care about winning the league. If you tell me we're going to park the bus in every game and win 1-0,
even this season, you don't.
I don't care, bro.
I want to see a bit better.
When we won the league, when we were there on that night after Bournemouth drew 1-1,
I know, I didn't care.
Were you saying to Ian Wright, oh, playing start, or were you saying we're league champions? I don't care. But
this season, I wouldn't mind a little bit of an improvement.
I think this season, I want a little bit of
an
see a
improvement.
bit more attacking flair this season. But the main thing I want to see this season is players fit.
Yeah, exactly.
Because, you know, I think people have not really honed in on that. The amount of players who were out injured last year,
and the fact that injuries in the league.
The fact that Arsenal are addressing this, they've literally changed the whole medical team. They've gone for a new medical team. They obviously know that was a big problem last season. And if we can solve that and we can get these players looking sharp going into this new season, I think whoever is sharp going into this season is really going to have a big advantage, because there are obviously going to be some tired players around. But, you know, if we can get some of these players like your Havertz firing, looking sharp, it's going to bode really well for the new season.
Yeah, listen, I agree. We're all right on this one night. If we win the league, you're going to be out of it. I'm going to be really honest. As much as it was fantastic we won the league, there was a lot of games last season I didn't enjoy.
Really?
I didn't enjoy.
Never thought that?
No, and the money that Arsenal fans pay, particularly at home, I think we deserve a little bit better brand of football. And I personally think a lot what you're saying here, Rob, injuries probably played a big part in that.
Yeah, definitely.
So we'll get all those players back. I do think Arsenal will be a lot more entertaining. I do, and I think that.
But all though, because teams will set up defensively against us again. So I don't know if it's hard, isn't it? Arteta's got to find a way to
break them down.
And then bringing in players like Bruno.
Bringing in players does help, doesn't it?
That is
No,
true.
I don't disagree with what you're saying, but I also do think a lot of emphasis is always on us. Like, it's your fault that you kind of played like that.
Nice, other
when
team,
actually, when you look at how we play,
yes, fair.
we play one of the most sustained high lines in Europe. So that goes to show we're constantly on the attack. We're constantly pressing and probing to try and score goals. And when you've got teams even like Man City that scored in the 12th minute and parked it up to the 90th. What are you supposed to do? You kind of have to be a bit more methodical in how you play.
It's a big factor.
So to me, that's why I think it's not just an Arsenal thing. It's
It's
everyone in the league that does it. So even in Europe, you see it all the time. Look how even PSG to an extent, like it's not. Look at Atletico when they they came to the Emirates. It was 1-1. They'd rather just park it up against us.
And when Arsenal do it, seems to be highlighted a lot more, doesn't it?
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
So, but listen, that's part and parcel of it. I agree. I think that it is. Well, we've seen it. You go to away games and see teams defending against us.
Yeah,
With,
it's
you know,
hard.
so that is something that we've got to be able to sort out. And maybe a game like Rio Betis, who will probably be a defensive side, is a good game for us.
Right, predictions?
I've gone
0-0.
No, I'm gonna follow the trend of us putting the ball in the back of the net. I'm gonna go 3-0 Arsenal.
Oh, 3-0.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna go 4-0. I want to see goals, man. See
4-0?
judges complainers.
I'll go 3-1.
3-1, or I'll go 4-2.
Oh, exciting.
Yeah, high scoring game.
not?
Yeah, I mean, listen, these games are open, and then especially like second half,
They
when
make
the
the
whole
changes.
team gets changed and
Yeah.
that. But
Yeah.
I think I might almost see a stronger team.
Yeah.
We know Norgard, of course, because he's looking like he's off to Everton. Fabio Vieira might not figure as well because obviously, he could be going Hamburg as well. But looking forward to the game tomorrow. Like Cecil said, tomorrow 7:30 UK time, 9:30 over here in Kenya, and let's hope that Arsenal sort out their website.
Oh my
website is
Lord,
crazy.
yes.
And you can watch that game, right? It's a bit of a disaster the other day. And before we go, let me see a little quiz
Oh, jeez, here we
for
go.
all three of you. See how aware you are. What is the real significant thing about tomorrow's game? You get one guess.
Tomorrow's game.
Tomorrow's game, obviously, Arsenal playing Real Betis. What is the significant thing about that game?
Go on, Lee.
Over in Ireland, at the Aviva Stadium, as you said, what's the significant thing? No?
Never a clue.
Ken?
No?
Why are you doing? This is
You?
not you. Why are you doing quiz? I'm hosting this. Mate, come on, quiz. I don't. What is it?
No?
Wait, no.
Is this a joke?
This better be. Yeah, what
No,
is it?
it's serious.
I don't know if he's been. You know, you got.
Yeah,
I think
no.
none of you can think of anything?
Brother, what?
No.
All right, I'll tell you, it'll be the first time Arsenal will be wearing their third kit.
Oh, yeah, the yellow.
yellow kit, right?
Is that it?
No,
Is that it?
Lock it
That's
off.
quite it's the
Cut.
first time. That's quite a
Ridiculous.
significant thing.
Ridiculous.
You can see that yellow kit for the first time.
Ridiculous.
Right? So what's that
I thought you
ridiculous?
was going to
Because
say
this-
Is that not
something
something
like,
significant? Right? So
When we done the
Yeah.
quiz today,
anyway,
Robbie Lyle got not one question right.
right. Thank you. Well, you didn't get Anthony
Oh,
right.
That's
You
true,
didn't get
that's
this
true.
right.
Well, I got every Arsenal one right, though, didn't I?
We also got, obviously, before we go.
I know you're disappointed that Henry Lansbury's taking your spot, but
We also got to say a big thank you to 82 Sports as well. Again, like we said at the top of the show, big thank you to them. They're doing amazing things in grassroots football. Please, please, please go check them out and see what they're doing. They're doing amazing things. Grassroots football is so important across
link
the
in the
world.
description. And also big up CJ's, we're here tonight, so big up to CJ's, right? We're going to be enjoying some nice food here. Right, so thanks very much. See you soon.